briefly introducing Third Sense and who we are. We're a play agency. We make games and all kinds of promotional play content to achieve all kinds of marketing outcomes. We also work in the learning space as well, as Michelle recognised early on. Some of you may be aware of Reading Eggs that we spend a lot of work on. But over the last few years, we also got involved with this phrase, gamification. And so there's a little bit of that in what we're going to talk about today. But of course, because we do games, people have a lot of preconceived ideas about games. So we thought first up, we'd show you what most people would think we would come back to with a brief like this. And so this is the Rexona Under Army, and this is about getting a whole army of soldiers out there competing online to combat sweat. But of course, gaming's moved on a lot. And in fact, we take it very, very seriously. And here's why. So 92% of Australians now have some kind of gaming device in their household. 47% of game players are women. This is not about young adult males anymore. And the average age of a game player is now 32. And we've just seen this massive shift into mobile. So we now see 80% of App Store revenue comes from games. We see that 67% of time spent on a tablet is playing games. And we'll see about 80% smartphone penetration in Australia with adults by the end of this year. So we looked at mobile, obviously. And this indeed helps. This is a global study from Flurry, which really shows that, in fact, games are being, time spent on games is about twice what it's being spent on Facebook. And the question I always ask marketeers is, what's your social media budget versus what's your play budget? So we've taken all of that, and here's our real solution. So this is the app for doers, the app that gamifies doing more. This is about helping people and motivating people to try new things, collaborate with their friends, do more every day, and get rewarded. So we start off with crowdsourced ideas. We don't have to come up with all the ideas. There's all these doers out there that create them. But then, of course, people can choose the things that they want to do. They gather history and progress over time. They compete and collaborate with their friends. They win awards and badges. Of course, there's a broader leaderboard that they can compete with. This can run globally. There's new things to do that are in your location, so we use geo-targeting for that. We have editorially led missions and quests for people to try, and then they can find new friends to play with, and of course, bring some prizes in there to really motivate. And of course, what will people do? Well, they'll try new food, they'll go to new places, they'll try new sports, or they might just try a new way to work. And of course, lots of things that we can only dream of, and they, of course, as well. But what does Rexona get? Well, of course, they get customers who are engaged in the brand, and more specifically, what the brand now stands for. And they're feeling good about it. That can't be bad. But Rexona also get a direct relationship with their customers. They get a direct communication channel with their customers and more big behavioral data than you can shake a stick at. So my pitch, ladies and gentlemen, is Do More, the app that gamifies doing more. Thank you.
Fantastic. Just going to have to do that again very quickly, guys. Fantastic. 1007. Excellent stuff. It feels like that might be a good weight loss mechanic as well for me. Do you have?
Great, love it. I think the proposition is all about, as I mentioned before, about participation, getting out there and doing things. And I think that, what we've seen, I think Nike have obviously done this extremely well and great inspiration. So I can definitely see the parallels between what they have done and then this proposal around this app. So love it. It's great. Thank you.